Talk to you about a recent video that I saw. The young lady posted a video about her circumstances, about how she was dealing with, just stress of money, how difficult her life was at the time, and what is it that she was just thinking about. And it got me thinking. I'm like, if I was between 18 years old and 24 years old, and I'm being faced with homelessness, like the current price of housing over the last 4 years has risen so dramatically in most of the metro areas, and people right now are being forced with some difficult circumstances, whether it's you pay your rent, people are losing jobs, different things like that. So in case I was faced in that particular circumstances, is kind of the idea of what I wanted to build this video around. And it's something that a lot of people are facing right now as this homeless crisis is growing. We're having a lot of people coming across the border, and a lot of restraint on supply. On top of that, you're adding over 1 million+ people every single year to already constrained supply. So there's a lot of issues that a lot of people are going to be facing, not just here in America, but around the world. People are facing this similar circumstance. So I just want to build this video about what it's it that I would do. A little bit of background. I previously was in a similar circumstance when I was 22, 23 years old. So it is something I can lean on a bit in terms of what is it that I would do, and then go from there. So again, in a situation where I am someone who is homeless, again, someone who else is dealing with this may have some differing opinions. You may have some updated information, and I do, encourage anyone to comment below on this particular topic. But I think the first thing, especially what happens is like, when we move to big cities, whether it's New York City, is LA, any different places, you want to have a mindset where you are ready to grind, ready to go. And a lot of times, unfortunately, I think we go to these places with the mindset of kind of ready to hang out, ready to party. One thing bad leads to another, and all of a sudden you find yourself in difficult circumstances. But in the situation, that's not the case. You are focused, you're dedicated, and it's just the bills are just above what is it that you can expect. You don't have any children or anything like that. But my thought process will be first to work overnight. I previously, once again, was homeless. One of the worst things of being homeless is like, you're concerned with being outside. So I was sleeping at a bus station, and you would sleep for an hour, but you'd wake up every half an hour or so because you're concerned about your safety. You're concerned about what somebody else may say to you. So in those circumstances, what I decided to do I took my time. It might be 2 weeks or 3 weeks during the daytime you spend during at the library, trying to just find somewhere safe where you can rest. But at nighttime, I found a job to kind of occupy that particular time frame right there. And once I had that job there, I don't have to worry no more about the nighttime issues. I just spent that nighttime working. I go on my break. I take a nap overnight at that particular location. I get off of work, and then maybe I had a car. If I didn't have a car, I just find somewhere like a library again to rest up. You go to a local gym, you shower up, and now all of a sudden the expenditures that you have on a monthly basis no longer exist because you're working overnight, you're at the library or in the gym during the daytime, and you're going from there. So this is kind of just a thought process of what it is that I would do. And again, this is something that we're facing right now. I think inflation is happening to a lot of different people, and many people are being squeezed on every single side. So again, I'm moved from a daytime job knowing that we have children, and being able to mitigate the cost, to lower the overall costs that are going out, is important. So rather than having both children in daycare, or just one child or something like that, you work overnight, you're at home during the daytime with that child, and all of a sudden you're able to lower your expenses from what is it that the high cost that it may be, down to something that it may be a little bit more manageable for you and your spouse, or if you're by yourself. Again, this is just something for someone who is alone, not so much with children. I know that's a completely different animal in terms of life. I think we're going to see a situation where many people are looking to get married more often. The last, from 2005 2006 up until like the last like 3 years or so, has kind of been a golden age. You can turn 18 years old, you can get out, go get your own apartment, for relatively $400, $500, and everything will be cool. There's still those options right now if you're willing to get up and to move. Again, I'm someone who have moved around the country many times. I lived in Arizona, I've lived in Georgia, I've lived in Minnesota. I've lived all in different places, generally searching for that opportunity. on how I can make life right, where I can have the best income, where I can have the best cost of living, and I just kind of just focus on those particular opportunities. But again, if you are faced in circumstances where you are, your back's against the wall, you're living in a high cost of living area. Right now, I'm looking at farmland and different things in the middle of nowhere. Many people just refuse. Many people aren't willing to go the extra mile a lot of times. So if you buy a acre of land for $10,000, you can just put your car on there a lot of times and just live. And because of the cost of living, instead of you paying $2,000 a month, you may be paying $200 a month or something like that. There are options online for owner financing. So you can go online, you can pay $1,000 down at a particular farm location, and you can own that farm for $200 per month. It may be 45 minutes or an hour outside of the city, but again, it's better for you to pay $200 and drive 45 minutes to work every day than it is to pay $2,000 per month and kind of be struggling. So there's a lot of different opportunities, I think, right now. And we who are in this particular circumstances, if you're not making $200,000 a year or so, we're being squeezed right now. And while many of us are sitting back waiting for prices to drop, these conglomerates are out there buying houses like crazy right now. And they're seeing more and more people coming to the nation, and that's going to cause a tighter constraint on the cost of living, on the cost of housing. So again, the biggest thing right now, whether it's in Nebraska, it's North Carolina, it's Minnesota, every single state for the most part outside of the Northeast, there are a lot of opportunities where you can buy an acre of land for under $20,000. And a lot of times you don't even need $20,000 cash. You can go with $1,000, $2,000, one paycheck a lot of times, and just give that to someone and say, listen, I can give you this money up front. And if you're willing to work with me, I will come back to you from there. And once that happens, then I'll be able to continue to pay you that money over time, a tax return, all these different options. This particular podcast, this particular thing isn't for people who are looking for just everything is going to be easy. It's you're for people who are really looking for solutions. A lot of times there's a million different places right now. If you go on land.com, I'll put that here in the description. For options, most cities, whether it's Mississippi, it's Alabama, it's Kentucky, it's Oklahoma, you're looking at Denver, you're looking at Idaho, South Dakota, North Dakota, you got Minnesota, you got Wisconsin, you have Ohio. These places you can buy land for dirt cheap a lot of times, but it does require some outside of the box thinking, and this is just something that I am a big fan of. So again, we're faced with a serious circumstance that are coming up right now, and for those who are interested in actually making the effort or making the sacrifice, there's going to be a lot of opportunity and money to be made. So what are your thoughts on this? Please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. If you think I'm wrong, please let me know. Thank you so much for joining, and have a good day.